Hello everyone, welcome to another video tutorial. As you all know, my name is Mikins from Mikins Photography. Thank you guys again for stopping over. And on today's video, we'll be working on this picture. You can see on the screen now. It's a picture of a young, handsome boy. So what we are going to be doing today, in today's video, I'll be showing you guys on how I work on this picture. Okay, this was directly from, I don't want to waste you guys time. I just want us to go straight to the point on today's video. I don't want to waste much of your time. I want this video to be fast, and because I know most of you guys know how to actually use your Camera Raw, Capture One, Lightroom to work on your raw pictures. I mean raw processing. Some of you guys, if you want me to actually do a video about that, just drop a comment. If you want me to work on show you guys on how I do or go about my Camera Raw. Actually use Capture One for this particular picture, and this is the end part. So after editing, this is how our picture is going to look like. So please, I want you to stick with us. I want you to stick with me so that I can walk you through on how I achieve this end part of the picture. As you can see, the picture is now looking nice and good. It's looking nice. Please stick with us as I walk you through on how I manipulate and retouch this image. Thank you guys. And again, if today is your first time of stopping by in our channel, please, I am going to be pouring out my mind in teaching you guys on how you can simply work on pictures in Photoshop, manipulate your picture, color grading and photo manipulations. Please, I will beg you to subscribe to our channel and click on the notification bell so that anytime I drop another video, you guys will be notified immediately. So let's start. I'm going to close this picture. So I'm going to close this as well. So this is the particular image we're going to be working with today. So, and for cropping, we'll start this picture with cropping our picture into 4x5 for Instagram size. So if you like posting on Instagram so this is the size we're going to be using. And before I proceed, I want to tell you guys that some of our subscribers usually drop a comment on our video suggesting that I should be dropping my tools for them to be working with, and I'm going to work on that. And secondly, for you guys, any of you guys are interested in my manipulation tools, which are the backgrounds or the LUTs, I will be dropping my WhatsApp link in the description. So you can just link me up on WhatsApp. So some of the tools that are for sale will be shown to you at the end of this video. It's going to be a very cheap one, and because that is the only way you guys can support this channel. So I'm going to be giving out my overlay at a very cheap price, and some of my LUTs, particularly the one I use for this end part of this video. If you're interested in the LUTs, please, you can DM on WhatsApp. You will see my WhatsApp link in the description. Thank you. So as I was explaining, I was also working on the picture, cleaning up the background. I'm very sure some of you guys have explained how I did my clean up background in my previous video. If you've not watched that, please check that out. So then after cleaning the background, what I'm going to do, I actually have a two method of manipulating. No, let me put it this way. I have a two method of changing my background, removing the background of my images. So but the one I invented myself is the one I'm going to be showing you guys today. I've also did that in my previous video, but I'm going to do that again because since I was one that I come up with this idea, it has been very easy for me to do. Very easy for me to do. And this is how I do it. I click on this particular tool here, quick selection tool, and select your image. You don't have to duplicate any layer here, you don't have to do any duplication, just select your image directly. So the Photoshop will do the selection for you. I'm so sorry if I'm so fast in speaking. That is how I speak. So I'm going to try as much as possible to slow down so that you guys can hear me clearly. I'm going to try that. Try to slow down. Promise. Can I even slow down? I don't know why I speak fast. So now we want to remove, select this particular part of the background in between his legs. So you can you can pick this magic wand tool here, pick it. Sorry, but you guys, I'm very sure you should be going along with my mouse. I don't know how to explain much, but I will just try. So work on you now reduce your tolerance, because if we are to select this particular part of the image with this Ctrl Z I made a mistake there, so I pressed on Ctrl Z. So if you are to use this tolerance of 22 to do the selection, it is going to be much, so you can see it all over the image. So what you are going to do is, so you reduce the tolerance to at least 5. Then while holding your Alt button, click on that side you want to select. So the tolerance is now very slow. You can, by doing that, it will be very easy for you to select your area or your desired area you wish to select, so add to the image. Then you can pick this tool, this what is it called, the pass through here. Please pick the pass through and click on your Alt. You can see automatically it will add to the selection. The pass through I just mentioned is the particular tool I wish or I love to use because I'm very used to it. It doesn't give me much stress. So if you are not used to this pass through, you can actually use this particular tool here, this polygonal lasso tool. You can go about using it, but it's very slow for me because I love my pass through. So let's go. So continue with the selection. Like I said, I don't want to take much time in this today's video. Please, this is not going to be a perfect job, but I'm very sure you guys are going to get the idea here. I'm pressing my Alt. Now I'm pressing my Shift. That is the Shift. This one now I'm pressing the Alt button to remove and to add. Now this is going to be Shift to add to the selection. So now to minus, that is Alt to remove. So now this is Shift to add. Like I said, it's going to be a rough image. Sorry, I pressed the wrong button there. It's supposed to be Alt. So sorry about that. Now we can use our magic wand to do this comfortably for us. So if you need it a little bit, you can increase the tolerance. 10 would be nice. It again. Let's go. All right, now, and I think we are good with the selection now. The next thing we are going to do now is to separate the image from the background. Simply click on Ctrl J Now as you can see here, as you can see, the image has been separated from the background. You just duplicate the image from the background. It doesn't mean that we remove the image. The image is still in the background, but we duplicated the image, so we still have our main image in the background here. So what we are going to do now is to at least remove, clarify or cleanse the background. This is how I'm going to go about that. So click on your Ctrl J. Like I said, this is my own method. It works for me. I love using it. It works for me. I don't have to spend much time. If not for the fact that I'm explaining, this image will not take me up to 20-15 minutes for me to finish manipulating and balancing the color of this image, because I have been doing this for a while and I very comfortable with it. So now, after using your pass through to select the background, just a rough selection of the background, what we are going to do here is we want to blur the background. We want to blur it so that some of these unnecessary roughness we're seeing can disappear. So after the rough selection, you can feather it. Feather, just go as far as 99, 88. Sometimes I just press 77, 88, just in large numbers. So just click OK, and now you will select inverse. You can press on Control Shift I to select inverse. That is the shortcut. Or you can just right click and click on select inverse. Then go to your filter, go to your blur, Gaussian blur, do the selection, increase it. As you can see, the background has automatically be smoothing out. So now you can deselect. You see that you press Ctrl D, or you press your right click and deselect. This is it, Ctrl D. I love to work with shortcuts because it makes my work very easy. So now, as you can see, I can see unnecessary color in the background, especially on the foot, because people have step on the background. So what I'm going to do here is to at least remove it. This is how I do mine. The fastest way to do it is for you to just go to this side and choose the black and white. You can remove it by doing this. But the only reason why I don't like using this tool is that it changes my background a lot. Though it actually works, it works by unifying the color of the background, but I don't like it. So if I'm going to use this is how I'm going to do it. So after doing this black and white, I can just go to my, because one thing I noticed in the background is that it added yellow to the background, so it makes it very much different from the image. So what you're going to do is for you to go to color balance and add a little bit of blue. Here. So you can also go to the highlight and add a little bit of blue until you feel satisfied with the image. So what I'm going to do now is to go ahead and select the background we are going to be using for today's video. So now, guys, let me take you to my word. So as I said earlier, I mentioned something about my overlay that is available for sale. So this is some of the overlay that is available for sale. I have 147 overlays here for sale. So you can just slide into my DM. I will drop my WhatsApp link in the description. So for today's video, this is the overlay we are going to be using. For today's video, this is the overlay, this particular overlay. So this overlay is also included in the overlay that I have for sale. So this is how you go about it, please. I don't want us to waste much time on today's video. So this is how you go about it. So just go here, pick the background and drop it here. So drop it here. Just make sure the overlay is well arranged on the picture. So don't mind about how it appears on the other side of the picture. What you should be mindful now is if his leg is actually standing perfectly on the overlay. So don't worry about that. So what I usually do for easy workflow is for me to sterilize the overlay. So here it means it's the overlay is in smart object. It is in smart object by this thing you can see here. So to remove it, you have to serialize the layer. So now it has been removed, so you can actually work on it freely. So because without thing being there, anything you apply on the overlay will be creating a separate layer, which I don't want. So this is how you go about it. Now. Press Ctrl U to reduce this. No, before then, let me show you the blending mode. So I'll put it in highlights, and Ctrl U to reduce it. So as you can see, it's blending in gradually. Yeah, I love it like this. So you can just use your what's it called to adjust it. After adjusting it, okay. So what we're going to be doing next is to add the second overlay, which is this particular one. Actually, I couldn't find the one I use for that one, but this one is perfectly fine. So this is how you're going to do it. Just put it this way, click enter, and change the blending mode to either, I think soft light will be good for this. Then drag up. Sorry, I tend to drag this under overlay, sterilize again, then drag up. Yeah, I think this is nice. I love it. So what we're going to do next is, as you can see, I started to you can see some overlapping here, and it's obvious. I want to remove that. And one thing I didn't mention was that if possibly you can see all these edges here, what thing you can just do is just, if you don't want to clean it, this is an alternative means. Like I said, this is my own way of doing it, so you can also add your own styles. So you can see it here. So if you can see it here, you can just use your tool, increase it, then remove it directly by pressing Ctrl X. X for zebra, Z for zebra. Is it Z or X? S for zebra. Alright, now I think that is nice. So you can toggle on this one. I can see something here. I think it's the shadow. It doesn't mean anything. I'm going to leave it like that. So now what we are going to do next is just let's go straight to our frequency separation. So let's go straight to our frequency separation. So before I go to my frequency separation, I like to do one thing in my images, which is the making sure all the skin tone is balanced by using my magical skin tone in Retouch Academy. So some of you guys were asking me, because I mentioned in my first video that I'm going to be dropping the link to where you can get this Retouch Academy. I'll be doing that. I wasn't able to get it on time, so I have gotten it now. I'll be dropping the link as soon as possible. It may not be in this video, but please bear with me. I'm still working on some other things. You can see I'm very sure I'm going to get them done very soon. So now just pick my normal brush tool and increase it, then brush. Make sure your opacity is 100, your flow is 100. I don't really want to waste you guys' time. I want to do it as fast as possible, but I don't just know how. You can just go about it, because I want you to be following me up. I don't just want to rush things. Please bear with me. For you guys that are watching us for the first time, that are seeing that is coming across my channel for the first time, please, you're welcome. You're welcome. But please do subscribe. Subscribe and toggle on the notification bell icon so you can be notified anytime dropping a creative tutorial like this. And one thing I believe is that every photographer have their own styles. Everyone have their own styles. So this is my style and I love it. I don't like popping. I just like it seamless cinematography, grading, stuff like that. I'm still learning. I still learn every day. I believe we all still learn. That is why we are here. I still make research. I still want to learn more. I want to upgrade my craft. I respect other people's styles. This is my style. And we urge you guys that in any tutorial you watch on YouTube, you have to improvise your own style into it, because that is the only way you can understand. Because I believe there are some other things I'm doing here that you guys have your own way of doing it. Do it that way. Make sure it's still gonna give you the same end result. Just make sure you are doing it perfectly well. Okay? Enough of talking. Let's go. Let's go. I can see some color in the cloth here. I would like to remove it, but please, this is a tutorial. I don't want to waste much of your time, so I think that is okay. So one thing I normally do is to open this layer, open it up, then select the midtone. Any area you think you feel like it's okay for you, select it. Then go to the shadow, so then select the darker side, so you can adjust it any way you like. Toggle it up like this. Just make sure you are satisfied with it. Alright, so I still go back to the midtone, take it up a little bit. I want a little bit of yellow to be in the image. Alright, I think we are good. Before, after, I believe you guys can see a little bit of difference we have here. So one thing I always still do here is to, after balancing the color, I can increase the brightness of the selected area by opening the skin tone, correction tone, and go to my curve. Just push it up a little bit. So that's how I do it. So as you can see, this is before, after. Okay, now let's just go straight to our frequency separation. So we are going to be using the grace and blur method today. So all right, now we're good. Now let's brush. Let's be brushing on our correcting tone. Then toggle up the high frequency layer and make sure your sample layer is checked. Then let's just brush. Let's brush. Guys, I won't take my time in brushing because that is not the reason why we are here. We're actually here for the manipulation, stuff like that. We all know how to brush. And some of you that doesn't know how to brush, you just have to take time. You don't have to take your time. Let me put it that way. You have to take your time. Don't rush it, because you need to continuous practicing for you to be perfect in it. Nobody is perfect though, but you just have to practice more to actually get it right. Because sometimes brushing can either make your image beautiful or make it ugly. I remember when I started brushing. After brushing, I will check my before and after. Before it will be more better than after, because sometimes if you don't know what you are doing with brushing, you can damage the image. So now this is the before, after. Just a simple touch. And one thing I understand about brushing is that when you try to do too much or impress yourself, then sometimes you'll be disappointed. Just do a little bit. Don't take it too far. Make it simple and neat. All right, so you can see just stroking it, just giving it a stroke, but the end result will tell you that a lot of work has been done there. All right, let's go. I think I'm okay like that. You can see the image is coming out gradually. It's coming out, and I love it. I love the way it's coming out. So this is another part. Another part we're going to be doing here is that this meme image is actually nice this way, but we want to make it nicer. And what are we going to do? I'm going to improvise my color lookup. I'm going to go to my color lookup, and actually this is my one color lookup. You can see Mikins. I'm going to be using this my creative black. Skin, dark skin. So this is it. It's a creative color grading for black skin. Yeah, this is it. You can reduce the opacity. Any of you guys that are interested in my color lookup, I'll drop my WhatsApp link in the description. Hire me. It is not for free. So I think it is better I just mention my price for my my overlay. The 146 overlay is going to be sold for 5,000 naira. If you're interested, DM me. We can talk about it. And also the color lookup, I have the one for the light skin and for the creative black. I'm going to be selling the both for 1,000 naira. It's very cheap because you guys are my subscribers, or let me say my viewers. For those of you guys that have not subscribed to our channel, please don't forget to subscribe. All right, now this is it before and after. So one thing I just did here is just to make the black pop, make it more creative. And another thing you can just do, you can just try to improvise, put your own kind of color. One thing I always say to my people, anybody having a photography conversation with is that it can't be like anybody. Even though you buy a 100,000 lookup, you have to know how to use it. You just have to learn how to use it. Create your own tone. You can add one or two after purchasing. You can't just rely on the way, because the way you are seeing it on all those top photographers and images, it may not be the same thing the way it's going to appear in your own image. So what you're going to do is that make sure you balance things up. Don't leave it the way it is, because you are not going to like it. Okay, now let's go. Hello, please, I'm working. Sorry about that, guys. Sorry, my baby is here, so I just have to. Okay, a little bit of yellow, a little bit of green. Just make sure you work on your color and make sure you love it before you save it. Good. I love this. Before we go, I'm going to want to do something. I actually didn't do it in the first video. I want to work on this on the shoe. I don't like the way it's looking. So one thing I'm going to do is that I'm going to remove yellow from it and remove a little bit of green and go to. I'm sorry for the background noise. Sorry, guys. If I should tell her to go inside, she may start crying. Please. All right. What I'm going to do is that now you can see the color is a little bit down, so you can just Ctrl I to invert to hide that and paint the shoe. Let me zoom in so you can see. Paint the shoe. Paint it. Everything about photography, you just have to think about it. If you can think about it, you can do it. So everything is just about creative minds. So as a matter of fact, I know we are getting there. So this is it, guys. Thank you very much for sticking around, and please subscribe to my channel. I really appreciate that. And to some of you guys that are interested in the overlays, it is not for free, like I said again. Please, I'll be dropping my link in this description. Shout me up. Let's talk business. One thing I noticed again is that I actually need to increase the brightness in the ends here. So this I will go back. Just go to your curve. Take it up a little bit. The way you okay with. Then Ctrl I to invert to hide it. Then you brush it. So before you do that, please increase your flow. I don't want it to be too much. So then brush. So now let's check our before and after. This before, this after. Before, after. How do you see it, guys? Please comment, like, and share this video. Thank you guys for staying with us. I appreciate you guys. God bless. And message me